work for a company called Dematic Proprietary Limited. We're a global organisation. I'm the CIO for Asia Pacific, so I'm responsible for ICT strategy and deployment through Asia and Australia and New Zealand. We're a user of SyteLine product for many, many years. In 2004 we were purchased by Siemens, and during the Siemens period we were moved to SAP. When Siemens sold us 2 years later, Asia Pacific took the position that we would evaluate going back to a SyteLine product or comply with corporate guidelines and go with SAP. So we evaluated the pros and cons of both, and basically SyteLine won, hands down, both from functionality, the fact that we knew the application, we'd been using it for many, many years, and cost. What I found going forward is that Infor had made such an investment in that deployment with us that they got to know our business quite intimately. It hasn't been a customer software vendor relationship, it's really become a partnership. They've invested in our success. Now meeting Charles and his new team and witnessing what's happened in the last 2 years, it's just remarkable. So I think from an organisation, I know it's sitting now at third largest, I think they're going to climb the ladder fairly quickly. The Road Warrior project is quite interesting. I received a call from Infor Australia, and the conversation went along the lines of, do you see any benefits to having ERP mobile? And I said, oh, exceptional benefits. But it'd have to be really tailored because the ERP systems are so complex. So we sat down with a number of our GMs that all have sales responsibilities. And it was an interesting exercise. I see going down the track, when you look at the roadmap, what's coming, you can then see deploying this to our service people, where any tool that will allow us to get faster turnaround and getting information back to the organisation that improves our invoicing cycle, hence improves your cash flow, will be extremely beneficial. It's very intuitive. So going forward, the application as it is today would certainly be very beneficial for our sales guys. But when you can put Road Warrior on it, and when you can take that device outside of the premise and use it for that sort of information, that intelligence, where one of the great features is you're visiting a customer and it finishes early, you ask, where's my next customer? You're out there, save time. I think it's going to be changing the infrastructure and the view of how people use applications. The beauty of the strategy of Infor designed products is that if I'm instructed at any stage that we must take out that ERP and replace it with something else, it doesn't impact any of my other apps. They can all work silos, and now with Ion, of course, they won't be siloed. We can still channel everything through Ion, even if we have to go to another application which needs to replace it, but I doubt we'll ever be in that situation.